KTP. I'm Todd Adair, your building chair. Got a little some schedule changes coming up with SUV departments. I think most of you know. So, kind of give you a little update on what's going on right now. Our current order bank is at 59,000, and our Superduty right at 9,200 on the Expedition and 2,400 on the Navigator. Talking about the Expedition Navigator, as most members know, there should be a bulletin coming out sometime here today. Been working with labor on that and the SUV departments on their manpower on how many they want to work next week, and those should be going around right now as we talk. They are going to be off the week of the 7th. Next week, SUV departments will not be running production. There will be members working in those departments on each shift, and they should be contacted here hopefully by today, the latest, on letting those members know. It should be an ask high for slow situation since it is a layoff. There will be some jobs running that will come into some crucial plays in those departments, and they know how we do that in those SUV body shop areas where they run the blue tools and those things, and they should be working those details out today and with those managers and those folks with our reps as the day goes on. But there should be a bulletin coming out and officially notifying these members who are affected. So be watching for that. Steve Morris is working with labor relations to get these folks' names, and so we can get those names to Frankfurt for the unemployment benefits, so those members can claim those benefits, and more information will be coming out from Steve and from labor on how those procedures should be taking place when we come back, and so they get their unemployment and their sub pay. Now moving on, our final area is back running. We have returned back into our 6.5 foot box size, so it should start hitting out front anytime. So that's good news for our Super Duty side. So back to somewhat normal, we hope. I don't hear of any part issues at this moment for the plant, so we're back running somewhat normal right now for both Super Duty and SUV as we speak. The shutdown schedule has come out. It has came out. It's official. The week of June 30th will be our 1 week down week for shutdown. For those members that might be new here, you'll know you only take 40 hours of your vacation. For the new members that might not have 40 hours, when we get closer, we'll touch bases on it, but they can only take your vacation time and not your personal time. And so if you do fall short of that 40 hours being a new member, there'll be some information to guide you when that time comes on what you do during that shutdown period. But your vacation schedule will be coming out here real soon, for those members know how to make those vacation schedules here coming with that survey. So watch out for that be coming out soon. The freeze is officially over. We had that little freeze during the launch, but the freeze is officially over here April 1st also. So my team has all been instructed as far as working with the manpower and making sure these folks that are in the back departments, they know who they are, identify them, and get those members out in the final area, and some of our senior members that want to get in those back departments and start getting that ball back rolling and getting these people moved in these departments that want to go. Be patient. I know some members have been waiting a while, but we're going to start getting these members moving here as quick as possible and get these people going. Now, our jackets have been passed out. Not all, I understand that completely. Evan Palmer and Juan and Matt and myself, I give great credit to Evan on this and heading this off and taking full charge on this with the vendor. And 7,600 members so far picked up their jackets, so that's a lot out of 82. So again, there's about 600-700 people, give or take, that's out there right now, whether it wasn't here to get their jacket or it didn't have their size. We are working on a time frame right now with the vendor and our training office on what's best time to reschedule for these members to be able to come down there to gate 6 and get their jackets and whatever reason they wasn't here, or again the size wasn't here. But we should have a new order coming in sometime this week. Once we do have our hands on that order, then we'll work on making sure we put something out here real soon in the near future. Obviously, with SUV being off next week, I can probably assure you it won't take place next week. It'll probably be the week they return that we'll have that rescheduled for the jackets, so all of our members are back to work and we don't have to have any conflict on rescheduling it again. So that's more than likely that's when that jacket for the members that did miss out for whatever reason on that. Now our derby pins, they're here starting this morning at 6 a.m. at gate 6 in the training office, just like we have in the years past, from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. all Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 6 a to 3 p. And again, from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And again, for our C crew members that might not get it on Friday, they have another opportunity on Saturday morning from 6 a to 3 p. So again, our derby pins will be passed out at gate 6. Your team leaders can generally come up there at their drots and pick up all their members to save you the hassle. That's generally what takes place because the derby pins are a little easier to pass out than our jackets are, and make sure our members are there. So again, don't forget about our derby pins going out for all the derby festivals getting ready to take place here in this month of April. Uh, Another couple of things there to work on is also hiring is taking place. I think a lot of our members know because my phone has blowed up there. They are starting to make some calls and interviews. Looks like the first class, the group, maybe come in next week, the 7th, April 7th, this first class. There's 112 people we're bringing in off the street on top of the 42 members that we have already in the plant from LAP that was laid off. So congratulations to those 42 LAP people that came back to KTP. Now they're home, and we'll bring in another 112 folks also into here to the plant, starting with the week of the 7th. Don't panic. Again, if you've reached out to me, I have passed those names on, and labor relations are working on getting these people contacted and letting them get them in for their physicals and what takes place on that part. I think that pretty much covers everything at this point. I will keep everybody posted. Again, our little structure change in our office also took place this week. Matt Smith now is currently on day shift with Juan Terry as our bargaining committee, and Evan Palmer now has went on to night shift starting this week. So that'll be your contact going forward all the way to shutdown. Obviously, unless they're off on vacation or we have to go out of town, but your night shift rep now will be Evan Palmer, and day shift will be Juan Terry and Matt Smith. So your bargaining committee. I appreciate everybody and their patience with those jackets. Again, touch bases back on that. I know it's very frustrating, but we did everything I thought that we could here on our side. The vendors got a little overwhelmed. I don't think they quite understand how many members we got in a plant like this. So until they got overwhelmed on that first day. So again, stay safe out there, and always remember, reach one, teach one.